have for Damian Lillard and TJ McCollum in that Blazers backcourt. What's been the key defensively in trying to limit them as ahead of the same backcourt?
Just following the game plan. As much as those guys make tough shots, you still have to try to make them take tough shots. You can't pressure them because they live under the pressure. They succeed under the pressure. They thrive under the pressure. But you can't have breakdowns. And when you have a defensive strategy, you have to execute that defensive strategy for 48 minutes or for the minutes that they're on the floor. And I think we did a great job with that tonight.
What did you see as the biggest difference in AD from game 1 to game 2, and how did you try to help facilitate that starting that first quarter?
He was just aggressive, from the beginning of the game. Wasn't passive at all. Looked for his shots. Even some of that he missed early, he continued to look for his shot, and he did a great job of offensive rebounding as well, getting some putbacks in that fashion.
Yeah, Lebron, it's Dave. How does your guys' defensive effort help this team score on the other end?
Well, that's been one of our staples all year. Our defense always fuels our break, fuels our offense. When we're able to get multiple stops in a row, we can get out and run our lanes, run our patterns, and we can either get guys flying down the paint for dunks and lobs and layups, or our shooters can get going from the perimeter, which was the case tonight.
Allie? All right, we're going to start with Kyle Goon.
LeBron, obviously Portland has had a really good run in the bubble, and that game 1 they had a lot of spirit. And how important was it for you guys to just kind of crush them a little bit and demoralize them?
No, it was just one game, and we wanted to execute throughout 48 minutes, and we felt like we did a decent job of executing the first game, besides the opening minutes of the first 6 minutes of the first quarter, and then the last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter, and that's when they took advantage of us. So we knew we had to not have as many defensive laps, not many breakdowns coming into this game, no matter the score, which would give us a better chance of winning the game.
Tanya Ganguly.
I know that it's just one game and you've been through this enough times that you know not to keep things in perspective a little bit, but this was the best your offense has looked in the bubble. And I wonder, do you think that was important to be able to have a game like this and kind of get that back?
Well, it's always great to see the ball go through the rim, but more importantly, to defend. And I think sometimes your defense energizes your offense. But from the beginning of the game, it was great to see KCP have no conscience about his shot, get it going from the outside. JaVale did an unbelievable job getting offensive rebounds, second chance points. And everyone who came into the game just gave us energy and effort. And trickled down to everybody that played tonight.
Brian?
LeBron, I saw Akron on your mask there. Did you have any concern yesterday when the president urged people to boycott Goodyear, with what that could mean in the community? Obviously, a lot of jobs and things that went back home there.
Nah, I know my people of Akron, and I know what Goodyear means to our city. So, one thing about us, we don't bend and we don't fold and we don't break for nobody. So I'm not worried about that. Not only has Goodyear been great for my city, for the history of my city, but for the country and what they've represented. It's an unbelievable brand, unbelievable history. So we stand strong and we always unite, especially in my city. We've always felt like we've been counted out, being a small city, and that's what rallies us even more and makes us even stronger. So shout out, salute to all the workers, men and women at Goodyear over the course of their history, and to the city of Akron.
Chris Mannix.
Rob, when the perimeter shooting struggles the way it did, in the restart and in game 1, how confident are you coming in that if you keep making the same plays and keep getting those guys the ball, those shots will eventually fall?
Because I'm confident when it comes to work ethic, and when you put in the work, the results will happen. If you didn't put in the work, that's when you get worried. And our shooters and our guys put in the work every day on their shot, and repetition. When you have repetition, you'll have results. So never a doubt in my mind. And we still didn't shoot the ball extremely well tonight. We had some go in, but I feel like we're going to get it going at some point where everyone is shooting it in. So, but guys are repping, guys are working, so there's nothing to worry about.
Taylor?
Hey, Lebron, there is a video of you saying we're built different in the middle of the game. So what are you guys made of? I mean, in your opinion, what makes you different from the rest of the league? What separates you from the rest of the league?
I really don't compare us to anybody in the league. It's not what everybody else does. It's not what the time everyone's put in. I just know what type of season we've had this year. It's been 3 or 4 seasons in one. We've had a lot of. I mean, it started from training camp to preseason. Traveling abroad to entering the new year with the tragic death, obviously, of Kobe and those victims on that helicopter. To the stop of the season, to players getting injured. Rondo going down for a big piece of the year. To the restart, not having our brother Avery Bradley here, and so on and so on. I don't even know. It feels like it's just been like 3 or 4 different seasons. So I know what we're capable of. I know how we're built, and I don't compare us to anyone. I compare us to us, and I direct that to every one of our players because it's not about what everybody else is doing. It's about our mindset.
Okay, back to Tanisha. I think you have the last couple.
Yeah, absolutely. Just 2 more. Bill Warren.
Hey, LeBron. There's a debate that gets made about whether or not AD is the best teammate you've ever had. And I don't expect you to answer that, but for you to have a guy who can carry the load the way he did tonight, where you play sub 30 minutes, only need to score 10 points, and you guys lead by 30 pretty much in the second half. One, would you have ever believed that would be possible? And 2, just what kind of asset is that for this team moving forward?
I've had some great teammates in my career. AD is one of those unicorns, and he does things that some of my other great teammates are not capable of doing. But in the same sense, I've played with Dwayne Wade, and he could do some things that the AD is not capable of doing. And I also played with Kyrie Irving. He can do some things that D Wade and AD is not capable of doing. So I've had the luxury of playing with some great players, and that's just 3 of them. But in the presence, to be able to go out and orchestrate the offense, orchestrate the tempo, and get it to the hot man, get it to AD, and now let us run our offense through him. It's a luxury for myself. It's a luxury for our team. I play no pressure basketball. I get opportunities to get shots. I get an opportunity to get lanes. I take advantage of them. Tonight didn't cause for me to do much offensively or force much because not only AD had it going, but we had our shooters going as well, and our bench came in and just gave us a huge lift. So, every game has its own challenges, and tonight, AD was magnificent, and KCP was amazing as well.
Last question, Melissa.
LeBron, when guys are making 3-pointers, how much does it change the offensive flow and just open things up and change the rhythm for everybody on the court?
Well, you just said it. 3-point shot is a big time shot in our league. We've known that. Obviously, the numbers have went up over the last 10 years, but it's always been a great shot. Even in the 90s, even in the 80s, if you had the ability to shoot the 3, it just spaces the floor. It brings the defense a little bit closer and allows your attackers to be able to get into the paint and do what they do best. So, the ability to be able to hit, shots from the exterior gave AD room, gave myself room, gave Alex Caruso room, also gave Dwight and JaVale room to be able to work in the paint. And, we want to continue to have that. We want our shooters to continue to shoot without no conscience, and we're going to continue to give them the ball no matter make or miss. And we live with the results.
Okay, thank you very much. Taylor, you want to follow up?
Yeah. So you're holding the autobiography of Malcolm X along with Alex Haley. I don't know how far you are into the book, but what's your biggest takeaway so far?
I kind of just started a couple days ago. but I've read and a lot of notes over the years. This is my first time actually reading this from start to finish. But just a very smart man, very smart man, and basically his words in the '60s and what was going on is actually what's going on today still. Him understanding how powerful the Negro can be. He used that word a lot. How powerful we are, but we have to unite, and we have to be together. We have to stand strong, because there's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be, things that's going to be thrown at us where they try to weaken us. They try to make us feel like we're not kings and queens. And it's going to come from all, different races and different shapes and sizes and things of that nature. Just a very powerful-minded gentleman. And it's unbelievable to kind of read something that's coming directly from him. You just hate. Wish I had the opportunity to meet him. Obviously, we know what the situation that happened along not only him, but Dr. Martin Luther King, some of the greats that's ever walked this face of the earth, not only just here in America, but in this face of the earth. So it's a pretty interesting book so far.
Thanks so much, LeBron.